Hello and welcome to the PCM Tech Help Show. I'm your host Craig Chamberlain. In this video, we're going to talk about whether or not you should consider joining the IT. Now, IT has been around for quite some time now. You're talking like the past 20 years. A career in information technology, once upon a time, was like the pipe dream. It was the way to go. You had software development. I mean, the sky was the limit in information technology. Now, we've approached a very unique situation in the job market and the economy being what it is. We're kind of in a situation now where people are trying to decide what career they want to pursue professionally. Now, my advice might be a little unorthodox in that respect. I'm kind of a firm believer in passion. I believe passion is one of the first and primary motivators for whatever it is you decide to do as a career. And then after passion, you have to consider practicality. So if we say, yes, IT would be a great career choice, the market itself is kind of flooded with IT now. Because it was so prominent in the late 90s and mid-thousands, the market's pretty saturated, which means, essentially what this means is there's a lot more qualified professionals than there are jobs. As a result, the actual job market is kind of turned to people with high levels of experience, which means you can consider or basically assume that in the first 4 years of your career in IT, if you land a job right out of the box, aren't going to be as well paid as advertised by college, and they're probably going to be semi-abusive. In other words, they're going to be salary, and they're going to make you work a lot of hours. Once you've kind of paid your dues, you've done the two to 4 years situation, and then you're kind of in an actual, I have 4 years of experience plus a degree, then you're going to be in a lot more promising situation. Now, one of the biggest issues that any job or any business owner has right now, one of the top concerns business and hiring companies have, is that people don't have any applied knowledge. They're not willing to learn. They believe that when they get out of college that they should just get paid to do what they learned in college. And unfortunately, you have to approach it with a mindset of learning. Once you've graduated, that's only the beginning. When you walk into an interview, that's the mindset you have to have. Listen, I will learn whatever it is that you guys do. I will learn your procedures. I will learn to do it the way that you guys like it done. And then not only that, I will have a proactive initiative to pursue beyond the bottom of the line, the bare minimum. And that's the attitude that people are looking for, and it's not a common attitude amongst any college graduates now, not necessarily in IT, but in general. If you're able to separate yourself in that respect as a proactive, independent thinker, then you're going to really kind of set the bar high for the hireability of you. People are willing to hire those types of people before experience sometimes. It just depends on the situation. But again, we're talking about just the practicality of the career and when you're going in for an interview. Now, if you're actually considering a career in IT, I would probably consider more of a focused specialty in IT. I did the degree in informatics, and it worked out great for me because I got to choose a specialization. They call it a cognate. It originally started in Indiana, Bloomington, I believe, but it moved up to IUSB, which is where I went. And basically, you could do IT, but you could choose a specialization. So you could choose chemistry if you were considering going into technology and in the hospital world. You could choose physics if you were considering going into IT and like astronautics. And what it did is it kind of gave you a liaison. You kind of became a liaison between the people who knew about physics and the people who knew about technology. That's a great opportunity to look into because people are looking for more specialized individuals now. They don't want generalized IT. They want IT with a basic understanding of how to communicate with other individuals who might necessarily not be technologically savvy. They want those communication skills. I chose business as my cognate so I could communicate with business people. So as a result, I took accounting classes, I took business classes. I understand how businessmen think. And the luxury of this was that when I'm explaining a project or explaining a piece of technology to a business guy, I can explain it to them on their terms. And that's probably one of the biggest advantages of something like that. So as a generalized IT, I probably don't recommend it right now because, like I said, the market's flooded with generalized IT. You really want to focus on a specialty. So let's go back to passion for a little bit. Passion is really what's going to kind of separate you from everybody else. If it's something you're passionate about and there's no jobs out there or you don't think there's any jobs out there right now, there are jobs for people who are passionate, okay? People who are passionate about a subject live and breathe it. Live and breathe it. So when you leave work, you're going to go home and do it. That's going to separate you. You're going to be more of an expert in that area because you're passionate about it. You're going to pursue it beyond the basic requirements. as a result, you will become extremely proficient in whatever it is that you study. It'll become natural. It's part of your being. It's part of your existence. I firmly believe that we are born to do certain things. We all have a desire, a built-in desire and a built-in passion to pursue different things. And at that point, we need to leverage that passion and say, wow, we can make a living doing this, but I need to organize myself and I need to pursue it professionally. And I need to go out there and educate myself and prepare myself to be able to contribute to a company, or you can even pursue an entrepreneurial thing. Usually people don't pursue entrepreneurial things till they've been in their career for a while. So, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to this video. I mean, the question was, I got this from a viewer, should I pursue a career in IT? What should I do with IT? Is that something I should pursue? I'd probably lean away from it, and unless you're absolutely passionate about generalized IT. If you're passionate about IT, I would probably try to specialize, to pick a different subject you're passionate about, and focus with IT on whatever that subject is. If you're only excited about technology, I believe they have a computer science cognate with the informatics degree, which is a great degree as well. But again, this is just one of those situations where you got to search yourself. Okay, don't go where the money's at, because you won't end up happy, or you might end up with money, but you won't be happy with the money. You got to pursue something that you love and that you're passionate about, because that's going to separate you. It's going to put you above the rest, and it's going to get you the jobs that you want in the first place, right? And you might not make, you'll probably make decent money, But remember, it's a time process. You're not going to make that money right out of the box. You're going to have to put experience in. You're going to have 4 to 8 years to make the dollar amount you probably want, and a lot of times you have to be able to move. So just take those into consideration. So that's all there is to this video. I hope that answered the question, which was, should I consider a career in IT? And make sure you stay tuned to these iCasts. These iCasts I'm kind of already digging. I've done 2 of them now. And they're just basically me answering your guys' questions, so make sure you post the questions below. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, like if you like this video, and stay tuned. Remember, every Monday at 10 a.m. right now, I have a Faster XP series, which is going to debut a new tip every week, and I'm going to be also pursuing additional videos on top of just that series. So, as always, thanks again. I'm glad you put up with me for, I think it's 7 minutes now, and I will talk to you guys again. I'll see you in the next video.